I'm simply wanting to say to you today that although this might look an effective demonstration of our opposition to the practices that the conglomerate of corporations acting as a cartel and calling themselves government, whereas in fact they are simply an administrative body of the powers that be behind this quasi-government, then you'll begin to realise that the only way to defeat them is using their own quasi-laws, their administrative pieces of legislation against them. So I'm suggesting that there's lots of Zoom platforms that you can get on to get this information. You need to go away and start realising that paperwork will win this, and I'm going to call it Third World War that we are currently beginning to step into.
Now the police swear an oath to serve her sovereign lady the Queen. I'm going to stipulate this point and I'll be off in a minute. As a result, when they allowed the Parliament, i.e. Rob Hulls Attorney General and every subsequent Attorney General that's concealing it, they contributed. They have committed treason by not holding their oath. So when they as Crown officers, when they as Crown officers prosecute matters in a court that removes the Queen, that is fraud. Understand, no court judgment decision since the year 2000 is valid as a result of that technicality. That's why no fine can be prosecuted successfully, and no fines can be prosecuted when they're only a directive. They're not valid law, they haven't been put up to public scrutiny or parliamentary scrutiny, but they don't have the authority to do it since that time. We have powers in the Constitution, we have powers in the Federal Criminal Code Act 95 and in the Crimes Act 1914. Now we can hold everyone else to account and be knowledgeable, and we're not out to make enemies. We want to have the rule of law, not this fake rule of law or other things that can be arbitrarily passed down. How can you have a federal cabinet with private corporation members in there making decisions for us? Who gave them the right?
Who gave them the right?
Who gave the parliaments the right to stand down where they can't be held to account? And if you look at the Royal Commissions, and that's a funny word with the Queen removed, but I'll use it for the sake that you have knowledge, we have Commissioner Ashton, subject to a possible criminal investigation. We have Simon Oberland, we have Christine Nixon, and it hasn't even gone political yet. That's over the Lawyer X. But how can you have a Royal Commission with the Queen removed? That's just a font to fool people. When we see the Crown on things, you've got to understand it's in the detail. The devil's in the detail. Now, one other point I'll make. The government in their campaign, I don't know what's the TV. I watch the TV to find out how much bullshit they say, not what they tell me to be the truth. They use the word, now listen, draconian measures. Now if you understand Latin or Greek, draconian, I'll break the word down, Draco, it means the dragon. And in the Bible, the dragon represents Satan.
Right.
You can't separate it. So when they say draconian, they proclaim, it sounds like a tough word, but what does it mean? We need to be educated, not informed. Be educated, not informed. That's the freedom. And a freedom is a state of mind. If you want to be locked down, and that's a prison term, you know, how can you be locked down? No, I don't lock my door.
Free your mind.
I live on a farm. You never do it anyway, doesn't matter what's going on. Your lockdown is in your mind. We all take a risk being here today to stand for our rights and to stand for those that don't understand and to stand for those who might come against us to pressure us. We're not standing just for me personally. You wouldn't be here and put yourself at risk, physical risk or anything else, or reputations. I don't care, I'm a Christian. So my job is to stand and to speak for the underdog that doesn't know how to stand. And that's our duty. And I use scripture in documents, and I'm on Facebook, everyone probably sees me on there. I put the scripture relevant to where we are in this point of time. And if I was to do nothing and stay silent, as in the scripture, bad things happen because good men do The Bible also says no one. The Bible says no one is good. Only Jesus. So I'm covered by him.